Oh, shalom, my brothers and sisters. And I'm doing this particular lecture right here. It's more of a reminder. It's a reminder of not just the faith of WWIII, Selassie, but the true work in real time of His Imperial Majesty, that the evildoers who currently almost totally control this world system of men and people, have attempted, and somewhat seemingly successfully, to suppress and to erase the truth of His Imperial Majesty. But no matter how many lies or who they may try to deceive, the truth will always rise to its place. Now, let's begin off right here. We want to speak on His Majesty WWIII Selassie and speak on the work of the King of Kings in real time. And I think what's particularly interesting is when you look at the nuclear thing. We're hearing about the war, we're hearing about Iran, we're seeing some of the prophetics, the prophetic timeline actually coming to pass. If we look at even this Tribulation calendar, this is by Helena Lehman, and this is one of the few researchers that really, because they're approaching it from the Judaic, the Judaic foundation of prophecy, and also connecting rightly some of the signs and symbols from ancient Egypt, and receiving this in a faith of the Messiah. In other words, she's one of the Jews, you could say, for Jesus or for Yeshua. So having Hebrew eyes and Judaic eyes on the teaching of Christ in the Bible actually gives us a very important insight that so-called nominal Christians and Gentile Christians cannot and have not given us. So, in looking at where we're at in this prophetic timeline right here, as you see, this is the 2012. You understand the 2012 particular time, as you see on her chart here. It speaks of Psalm 111, 2011, and the Hebrew year 5771. Now, 2012, the year we're in, Psalm 112, 2012, and the Hebrew year 5772. Now, this ties in with some other lectures and teaching and vids that we've been doing. And since there's a lot going on, there's a lot of moving pieces in prophecy. And so we'd like to, first of all, refer to some of the information, such as this chart here by Helena Lehman, Lehman. Look her up on the internet. You'll find some of these interesting sites and charts right here. This is now speaking about certain central events. First of all, let's get a good perspective of this chart right here. There's a lot going on in this chart, but we'll try to go over it. Okay, it begins over here, as you can see, 2007. Now, it's interesting from an Ethiopic perspective. 2007 is actually the beginning or the start of what we know as the Ethiopian millennium. The Ethiopian millennium. That's actually counting nearly 7,500, we can say, years. We're talking about 7,500 years. The 8th millennia is called from an Ethiopic perspective. So this is very significant, and without the full 360 degrees, in other words, just from a Western Gentile Eurocentric point of view, a lot of this is missing. And on some levels, because of the racism, you understand, because of a lot of the racism and the evil, the evil hearts and minds that certain otherwise well-seeming Christians might seem to have, they avoid that Ethiopian testimony because of it goes directly, diametrically opposite of what many of their people have been saying in doing against the once lost but now found Beit Israel, or black peoples in the West, who of them, not all black peoples in the West are Israelites or Hebrews in the sense of Beit Israel, but the spiritual, that remnant. We're speaking about the remnant, and for I, that remnant, we find that remnant of that elect of the remnant is Rastafari. So we have the Ethiopic connection here, 2007, the Hebrew year 5767. Now, what's interesting is in 2008, Helena Lehman, she puts on her chart right here, Psalm 108 war may lead to World War III. Right, now this is a little bit dated. We can look at when exactly she put this out, but I think it was out for a while, and she's pretty consistent in what she has been bringing forward and giving you the background so you can check it out for yourself. This is what we give thanks. We said Baruch Atah Adonai for ones and ones, righteous Gentiles or righteous converted Jews like her who are focusing on Yeshua, focusing on prophecy, Yovas, and bringing all the information, the data, including the Ethiopic sources such as the Ethiopian Enoch, into the mix to really see what the scriptures is really saying and how it can not just warn us but prepare us, how we can be prepared, how we can know what the divine signs are and what divine time we're in. So this is 2008, right? Then says that the hidden prophecy in Psalm 108 tied to 2008 pictures the entire West, the entire West, the Western world, or the West depicted by Taurus, and Taurus is that bull. And now we can see the mundane bull even on Wall Street, which is part of that West, the heart, economically and otherwise, of the West, at war, right, with the Middle East. And it says maybe by 2011's end. Now, if you recall the news that's been going on, this whole war with Iran, and Iran has military, or Iran is trying to get nuclear weapons, although Iran says that it has no intention and has gone on the record for that, but the so-called Zionists. Now, this one is 2011. This one here is copyrighted 2011.